The Arcturian Group Message, April 13, 2014. Greetings from the Arcturian Group. We are observing ever more light pouring from the hearts of mankind, ever increasing in accord with the unfolding consciousness of every individual. There are some who were previously unable to offer even a smile to a stranger, but who are now feeling comfortable and enjoying doing it. These seemingly simple actions indicate a personal and global shift. The ability to express light depends upon a person's state of consciousness, so try not to judge one individual as being more spiritual than another. Each can only live out from their highest state of awareness, and as they do that, more unfolds. World strife and pain is reflecting mankind's journey out of the old and into the new, exposing dense energies long held in places and persons. Every day all those open and receptive are finding that truth is unfolding for them on ever-deepening levels, and they no longer resonate with much that previously held interest for them. Listen to your intuition, dear ones, for this is where you will get your guidance. Try to extricate yourselves from the universal third-dimensional world consciousness that presents a right or wrong way for every situation. Never assign power to anything, that is the key. There is only one power and it just is. The human scene reflects both good and bad, the outer expressions of a world consciousness of duality and separation. Realize that good pictures are no more real than bad pictures, for both reflect duality, dear ones, and each just one end of the duality stick. Individuals work very hard to live with the good coin facing up, but sooner or later it will flip, for as long as there is a consciousness of duality and separation, it will manifest. There is no unmanifest consciousness. You are creators, dear ones, not lowly humans as you have been led to believe. We wish to speak of loss, which can be a harsh and painful experience for those who hold tightly to live lives we become very comfortable with. Loss brings with it the empty sadness of knowing that something or someone is gone and won't be back, at least not as before. Loss is usually experienced as regret, sadness, frustration, hopelessness, and is often accompanied by a frantic seeking to reclaim what has been lost. Looking backward and yearning for places, people, and experiences that have been finished or outgrown will slow spiritual awakening, because new truths cannot enter into a consciousness that is not open and is already filled with the old. The veil of forgetfulness that comes with incarnation causes most to have faith only in what they can see, hear, taste, touch, or smell, and so they hold tightly to anything that gives hope, pleasure, comfort, and joy. It is important to mention here that the process of clearing old energy is bringing to conscious remembrance many events from the past. This is not the same as yearning for them to return. In the clearing process you may feel the emotions of sadness or loss, but are willing to let them flow through and out, not trying to recreate or hold on to the past if it was good, or get rid of it if it was bad. Losses of every kind are manifesting at this time because the energy that created and held these things in place is dissolving. Life on Earth is for learning and growth, and not meant to last forever. The whole purpose of choosing the Earth experience is to grow ever more deeply into a consciousness of truth from the experience. Growth happens unconsciously for the beginner, younger souls, but those of you reading the messages are not younger souls, and are ready to understand experiences as lessons, asking yourselves, what am I meant to learn from this? What concept or belief am I still holding in my consciousness that has manifested as this experience? Earth experiences are not meant to always be difficult and joyless, for joy is the closest energy to the divine and is your divine birthright. It is only through eons of ignorance within the third-dimensional belief system that so many painful situations have been created. There are those who still do not allow themselves or those around them experiences of joy through the false belief that one must suffer and deprive themselves in order to be spiritual. This is nonsense, the prattle of religiosity. Find those things that bring you joy and enjoy them while not trying to hold on to them should they at some point be gone. It is only in the letting go that the new or higher can manifest. Painful emotions of loss are normal and need not be resisted, for resistance makes whatever is being resisted into a power needing to be resisted. Serious spiritual students may make the mistake of saying, "Oh, I must not think that, I must not feel this or that." It is not real, it is illusion. When loss becomes a part of your experience and you feel the accompanying emotions, allow them, feel them, and acknowledge what you are experiencing. Spirituality is never about denial, it is coming to realize that there is really nothing needing to be denied. You then begin to remember that outer appearances are temporary and that in reality, nothing can separate you from who and what you are. The pain lessens and dissolves and you move on, now with deeper awareness. The time is now to claim your divinity and take responsibility for your creations. You are at the point of moving into a deeper state of awareness and many are ready but not willing. For some, there must come the experiences of loss in order to jolt them out of their comfort zone. The loss of people, goods, and experiences that previously held comfort and joy may be necessary in order for an individual to shift to the next stage of their evolution. Lost experiences push one to discover and create new and often higher experiences of joy, peace, and light, reflecting that which is already within but unrecognized, and not requiring third-dimensional manipulation. Loss is a perceived experience. Nothing real can ever be lost by virtue of the fact that it is held infinitely within divine consciousness by law. You are not one with divine consciousness, you are divine consciousness, not in your humanhood, but in your true essence. This is becoming your new state of consciousness, the result of a journey from the sense of total separation into a realization of oneness. It may seem to take a very long time from the human standpoint, but there are many different paths all leading up the same mountain, some curvy and winding, some straight. Recognize and release any fears accompanying loss as soon as possible, for whatever has been created once, can be created again, and if you are spiritually aware, will manifest in a higher and better form than before. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to unfolding awareness, whether it be fear of the unknown, or fear of something tangible. Fear holds a very low energetic resonance and reflects a belief in separation from your good, God, and whatever that represents to you. Today's lesson has been about letting go of dependence on anything in the outer. Mankind is meant to use and enjoy the things of earth but has erroneously come to believe it cannot survive without them. Always remember that anything in the outer represents the material sense, mind interpretation, of a deeper spiritual reality. Live, love, enjoy, sing, dance, play, study, learn, serve, be served, but never forget who you are. We are the Arcturian Group. Channeled by Marilyn Raphael. www.onenessofall.com